Hi everybody, I'm Marcia McCarrow.
Hello everyone, I'm Carol Cooper.
And we're here today with Sarah Ball, who's a PDW, which is a Programme Development Worker from DACES, which is Derbyshire Adult Community Education Services. Hello Sarah.
Hello Marcia, hello Carol. Thank you for inviting me to talk to you today. As you said, I'm a Programme Development Worker with the Derbyshire Adult Community Education Services. So if you're wanting to contact me about anything you see in the interview, my email address is sarah.ball@derbyshire.gov.uk. My mobile is 07976 514 588.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Sarah. So let's start off with asking you to tell us about your background and how you got into the field of education and training.
Oh, right. So after I left college, I went to work in retail travel when I was 18 and I loved it. By the time I was 21, I was a YTS trainer, which I was really enjoying, working with young people, 16-year-olds coming to work in the business. From there, I was advised to go and do a level 1 or stage 1 teaching certificate, which I found out about at my local college. I really loved that. I really enjoyed it. Opened up a lot of doors for me. From there, I went to do my postgraduate diploma in tourism management at Nottingham-Trent University. I got my first full-time teaching job down in Berkshire, where I carried on improving my qualifications. From there, I will always work part-time because I got my 2 young children. And then I joined Adult Community Education in September 2001. I thought I'd give it a go, and 19 years later, I'm still here.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So a very varied history, but all in the theme of education and training, which is interesting. So I described you as a Programme Development Worker, PDW. What does a PDW do?
So a Programme Development Worker is about building the programme, whether they're working with English or as I do with young people or on the childcare programmes. It's about building the programme, attracting the learners, dealing with the quality of the education. So you might have to be doing some assessing or some quality assurance on the programme, working with local employers, getting work experience, working with other providers, building partnerships, really varied. Every day is very different.
Fantastic. So what specific areas of responsibility do you have in your role as Programme Development Worker?
In my role, I work with 14 to 19s across Erywash, Amber Valley and South Derbyshire. So I work with a lot of partnerships, getting young people onto programmes, building their skills, whether it's English and maths. And as part of the programme, they do work experience. I do a lot of support with the tutors on the programme, building their skills, building their confidence through the Delta and assessor observations, helping them with joint development practices, helping them gain their qualifications to improve the skills for working with the learner. And that's part of my job that I really enjoy, is developing other tutors.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, you're not on your own in the role as PDW. There are a number of PDWs across the service. How does the role of Programme Development Worker generally support the local community and the services that DACES has to offer?
So part of your role as a Programme Development Worker, regardless of which area you're working in, is going into the community, finding out what courses they need in the community, whether it's to help with local employment. So you might be putting on some specific courses for a group within the community. I've got colleagues that work in family learning, so they put on courses for parents in schools. So it's all about working with the community, finding out what their needs are and putting on courses to meet the community's needs. And this would normally be in a local venue for them that's accessible. So that could be in the community centre, the local school, or the children's centre. So it's accessible for everybody.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
You're
Hi
welcome.
there. Hello.
Hi, Carol.
So, So what type of courses or what courses does DACES run, and who can access them and how can they access them?
So I always say that with DACES we run everything from art to yoga and a lot in between. So a lot of our courses are free and they're in local community venue buildings. So whether you're based in New Mills or Glossop or Swaddling Coast down in the south of the county, there's a local centre for a course for you. So the courses include English and Maths, so that could be functional skills, getting yourself a Sitting Guilds qualification to move on with your career. We offer English and Maths GCSE, which if you're wanting to get on to, say, an access course, or you're wanting to go as an adult learner to uni, you will need your English and Maths GCSE. We offer a range of childcare courses, level 2, level 3 for people that wanting to either work with younger children or become a teaching assistant in a school. We have a lot of creative courses, so whether that's learning a new skill or developing skills that you've got in things like mixed media, oil painting, pottery, textile crafts, mosaics. We also offer skills in construction, so if you're wanting to learn how to make yourself a new patio. So, and these are all local.
That's great, absolutely wonderful that they're just at, in the community ground level. It's wonderful. So what is the ethos of DACES? So what's your mission and vision, and why is this important to the public to know?
So the ethos, the vision, the mission of Derbyshire Adult Community Education is to offer affordable, accessible education for residents across Derbyshire so that they can improve their skills, gain employment and improve like sustainable living and things like the mental well-being, so that you're living a full, complete life with education as part of it, a part of your journey.
That's wonderful. It's a nice feeling that actually as well, to know that it is available so near. So Sarah, what gives you the most satisfaction about what you do and how you do it?
The most satisfaction for me is actually seeing people that come, and when they start with us, they're really nervous, they don't know what they're going to be doing, and as they progress through their journey and they start to develop some skills and gain some confidence and build the self-esteem, and then they actually pass the qualification, the smile that you see on that person's face where they actually came in and they were so down, and it's actually moving them forward in their life to either move on to a job that they really, really want to do, or to be able to help the children with their education. That is the most satisfying thing of my job. It's a brilliant feeling.
I just think I feel good listening to you saying that. It's lovely, isn't it? It's the most gratifying thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
And throughout the fullness of time, education, learning, and how we deliver it, who we deliver it to, is constantly changing, and it all changes to be in line with need, and we understand that. So some might argue that those delivering in this field of education and training aren't always responsive to local need. Now I have a bit of a three-part question here for you, so it'll cover all those areas hopefully. So the first part of my question is, what have been the challenges for learners studying in 2020? What do you see as the challenges being in future years? And finally, how is DACES looking to overcome those challenges?
So the biggest challenge has definitely been COVID-19, with having to go into lockdown. A lot of most of our learners were attending the centres for classes because they like the small groups, they like the individual tuition elements of the courses. So this is, and for some people, actually getting out of the house and coming to the centre has been the highlight of the week. So losing that for a lot of learners has been a big thing. So one of the challenges, and I have been supporting a lot of staff with this, is about taking the programme forward, still being able to for learners to access our programmes. So whether it's something like we're putting on Zoom sessions, we do have our own learning platform called the Derbyshire Learning Pool, and we do have a number of online learning resources. So I've been supporting staff and learners to access these so that they can carry on doing the learning from their own home. And for challenges for the future, we've always had small groups at DACES, because that is about the support and the friendliness and the individual. So groups never larger than 12 learners. So we're looking at a few different ways of taking this forward. So that some learners will perhaps be in 1 week, and then the following week they will follow the lesson through the laptop on Zoom or Microsoft Teams, and then the next week they'll be in class, so that it's alternated, so that we're going to be having a mixture of classroom-based learning and online learning, or and accessing videos that their tutors have made through the learning pool. So it's exciting times, it's challenging times, but still making sure that everybody has got access to be able to learn, to be able to develop themselves.
Well, it looks as if you are overcoming all those challenges, and it's been well thought out, and that's great. Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Absolutely. So I know DACES is one of the services within a much wider organisation, and that wider organisation is Derbyshire County Council.
Yeah.
What are the strengths of DACES as an organisation? I know it's a service, but if you look at it in that context, what do you see the strengths are of it?
Well, the strengths are that we are part of the council. We do have access to be able to use local services and support our local services across the county council. So I've delivered courses in some of our country parks where there's a learning room, and so we've got that strength. It's all local. People, we know about the services that Derbyshire offer. We offer bespoke training for people that are working in our care and residential homes. So again, it's all about local need. So and responding to local need, whether it's in the community or within the council. So it's really good to be able to have that support. We work a lot with property services, who are a fantastic team of people looking after and maintaining our buildings for us. And we work with other people as well. We do the apprenticeships. For a lot of the apprenticeships, we run the education side of things like the hospitality type, catering style apprenticeships for people that are working in the care homes and the healthcare. So we've got a lot of strength, and it's an organisation I'm really proud to work for.
Yeah, fantastic. So you've had, as I've said earlier, and alluded to earlier, that you've had a really varied career. It's all been around education, but you started off in travel and tourism and did other things before coming to DACES, and then having this great role as a programme development worker. So what have you discovered about yourself, Sarah, and the strengths that you've got whilst you've been in your role, your wider role, or working for the organisation?
So one of my strengths is that I am resilient and I can adapt to challenges, because obviously, COVID-19 has been such a big challenge. I've always used the online learning platform with my learners in my class. So actually being able to take those skills forward has been a real challenge, but one that I've really enjoyed. And actually the current challenge with COVID-19 is working from home, because I'm used to being in a centre, speaking to people every day, reassuring them, your class is going to be fine today, So not having that contact with learners and my team and the business support staff and the property service staff has been a real personal challenge for me. But the joys of Skype and Facebook Messenger and Zoom. I've been able to contact them, and we've been able to support each other. And I feel that's one of my strengths, is being able to support members of the team as well.
I think that's really important, that the fact that the organisation has set up mechanisms so that you can continue to be supported during this time where it's so unpredictable for everybody involved, whether it's members of staff or actually the learners themselves needing that support. So,
and I've had good support as well from my line managers.
So in line with that, how would you define success?
So success to me is that feeling inside you, and it's different for everybody, but for me, inside me, yeah, I can do that now. I couldn't. I was frightened, I was scared, I didn't know how to do it, but for me, that success is being able to say to yourself, yeah, I can do that now. And like, so what, 6 weeks ago, I'd never used a Zoom session. And for me, this is success, being able to do that. So everybody's version of success is different. So for some of them, it might be that they've been resitting the GCSE and they've actually passed. And that's success for them because they can get onto the next level course. It might be that they've actually achieved their first certificate ever in their life. And that, for them, is a big success. It might be actually coming into the centre if somebody's been poorly, not being able to get out. Their first success for them might be actually coming into the centre. So success for everybody is different, but it's that thing inside you saying like, yeah, I can do this now.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think that's a really nice explanation of it. One of the things that Karen and I often talk about, and we've mentioned it in previous interviews, is that people often don't necessarily remember what you said all the time because of where they're at on the day. If they're struggling to get in to a mentoring session, a coaching session or whatever, they may not remember exactly what you said, but they remember how you made them feel. And that's what I'm getting from you. The organisation makes those people coming through the door feel welcome and feel that there is somebody there that wants them to be there and to greet them and work with them. And that's about the feeling that they get. So from your description of success, would you consider yourself to be successful in your role?
I think I'm successful in some parts of it, and some of it I'm still needing to improve on. To feel that I am successful in them. That that I'm still wanting to develop myself with things, undertake new skills, so that and I think once you feel that you're successful in one thing, it opens up a new challenge for you to become successful in something else.
Yeah,
because you never stop learning. It's learning,
that's the point.
You never stop learning.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the point, isn't it? We never stop learning.
No.
That's the point. Thank you, Sarah.
No, you're welcome.
You've got me back again, Sarah. And I totally agree with that. I think that, I'm still working and working with Marcy as we've done for years and never stop learning. Where you think you may have an idea about something else comes up and it changes all of that.
Absolutely.
So reflecting on your experiences and the work of the organisation, how well do you think you've supported others to achieve, and what has been their feedback to you?
I think it is, one of my skills and my strengths is helping other people to succeed and achieve. There's that old saying about there's 50 ways to skin a cat. So there's always, everybody's learning journey is different. So for some people, one bit's going to be easier, another bit's going to be harder. So I feel that I do support learners through that. So I've been working with DACES now for 19 years and I've got some lovely stories. I often see a lady about an Ilkeston. She was one of my first classes. She was working in catering, and she needed to do maths to get onto the access course because she wanted to become a nurse. So she did maths with me for 2 years. Then she moved on to the access course, and then I saw her in a shop somewhere, and she was like, "Hi Sarah, are you all right?" And then she popped in to see me in the centre to say that she was started on a nursing course. She was the only one that got 100% in the maths exam.
Wow.
I ended up teaching them some ways, the ways that you've taught me. The teacher didn't even know some of the ways that you taught me, so she was teaching them. And the last time I saw this particular learner, she's now a sister and manages a unit within a healthcare centre.
Wow.
With a ward with ladies that are in, mental health there, and all came, from starting with community education to get a maths qualification.
Fabulous. That is a fantastic story.
Wow.
Fantastic
That is wonderful.
story.
I wasn't
Great case study.
Crikey. Sarah, so now, I wasn't expecting that answer. That's wonderful. I'll remember that for a long time to come. So what does the future hold for Sarah Ball and Derbyshire Adult Community Education Service?
Well, for me, I'm, wanting to continue to develop myself and develop my role, develop the programme. I'm really looking forward to the challenges that I'm having in my personal role. With COVID-19, it's affected schools. We've got a lot of young people that, very concerned about the GCSE results. So we're wanting to take them forward with the young people that are on the programme currently. Will be moving on with us. So it's going to be a busy time. I'm looking to develop my personal skills and take my role forward.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thank you very much, Sarah. That was great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Loads of really good information here, Sarah. Thank you so much for coming on today and to explain everything in this way, which is absolutely brilliant. Can you tell us again how people can get hold of you if they're interested in breaking down this interview and finding out a little bit more about the courses that you run, how they can access, the costs? Give us your contact details again, please, Sarah.
You're more than welcome, Marcia. So my mobile, this is my work mobile, it's 079 76 514 588. My work email address is sarah.ball@derbyshire.gov.uk. And anybody that gets in touch with me, I will forward that. If I can't help you straight away, I will forward your inquiry to somebody that can help you, to help you on your learning journey, or if you know somebody that you're wanting to help with your learning journey.
Fantastic. Sarah, this is the part of the interview where Carol and I would normally give messages that we're taking away from the interview that you've given us today. But I think I'm going to turn that round and I'm going to ask you, what are the key things that you want to tell those listening that you think will be really helpful for them to ponder on and think about before maybe accessing the services that you offer?
So I want to say to everybody, we've reiterated, your learning journey never stops. Now, returning to learning can be a really, really hard, scary decision.
Yeah.
So, come along to the centres, make an appointment to see somebody at one of the centres, have a chat, have a look round, because I know that once you get there, you'll find it really welcoming, really friendly, supportive environment. Don't let COVID-19 put you off thinking that you can't do anything, because we are changing courses, we are working with you online. You may be thinking about further, I want to become a nurse, I'm so inspired by the NHS, or I want to work in care, but you need those initial qualifications. Get in touch with me and I'll make an appointment for somebody to speak to you about it so that you can take those first steps. Because although it's scary, there's lots and lots of people that will support you on your way. And you might be thinking, actually, whilst I'm in COVID, I want to learn some new skills, you know. And again, so you might think, I want to be learning pottery, or I've been doing something with home learning with my children, and I want to do, you know, take my skills further with helping with children. So then I can put you in the right direction of getting initial qualifications to get onto a childcare course. So still learning out there, it's still accessible, although, you know, it is, as the world is changing, we are changing with it.
Fantastic. Sarah, that has been brilliant. Thank you so much for giving up your time. I know you're still busy, like the other staff at Derbyshire County Council and DACES, doing what you do so well, trying to get people engaged for later on in the year, and continuing with your workload now. So I really appreciate the fact that you've given up your time to be with Carol and I today. Thank you.
I've really enjoyed it, Sarah. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Carol. It's been great to talk with you both.
Fantastic.